We are learning about the structure of an atom. So ask yourself, what is an atom? An atom is the smallest particle of an element that can take part in a chemical reaction. Having known the meaning of atom, let us come with examples about an atom. Examples of atom we have hydrogen atom, helium atom, lithium atom, beryllium atom, boron atom, carbon atom, nitrogen atom, oxygen atom, fluorine atom, and neon atom. There are many. All of these that I've mentioned are examples of what an atom. From the definition of an atom, we made mention of an element. So what is an element? An element is a pure substance, and that is made up of only one kind of atom and cannot be broken down by any means. Sometimes in the definition we came across of chemical reaction. So what is a chemical reaction? Chemical reaction is a process that involves one or more reactants to produce or to convert into what products. So one chemical reaction that we can come out with burning. When you are burning, there are two atoms that are involved. We have the carbon atom and oxygen atom. The carbon atoms are found in the wood, and the oxygen atoms are found in the air that supports burning. So when this reaction takes place, the reactant there are the carbon and the oxygen, and the product that we are going to get from this reaction is carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. That is it. And also another typical example that I can also talk about is rust. It's about rust. Rust is also a chemical reaction. Let's see something. Let's talk about the products and the reactants in rust. The reactants in rust are iron atom, and oxygen atom. And the product will be the rust itself. That's what we call hydrogen oxide. These are some of the examples of reactions. The same applies to what they call water. Water too is a reaction between hydrogen and oxygen. There are two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen, and the product will be water. That is examples of it. Then let's go to our motive, the structure of an atom. Let's ask yourself, what is inside an atom? An atom is made up of nucleus, electrons, protons, neutrons, shells. These come out together to form an atom. So let's take it one by one. What is nucleus? A nucleus is a central part of an atom. So if you can see from the diagram, that is on the side of my PowerPoint, or on the side of my video, you saw it. The central part of an atom is the nucleus. And inside the nucleus, you could find protons and neutrons. These two subatomic particles come together to form the nucleus. So in every nucleus, you're going to find protons and neutrons. And around the nucleus, you find electrons. And these electrons move the orbits around the nucleus in the shells of an atom. In simple put, the shells I'm talking about are the rings that surround the nucleus. So let's come again. What is proton? Now that we know what comes inside the nucleus, what is a proton? A proton is a positively charged particle of an atom. The positive side of a nucleus is what we call proton. So it is denoted as P. So it is proton. Let's go to another word, another subatomic particle, which is neutron. Neutron is also part of the nucleus. It is a neutral charged particle of an atom, and is denoted as N. It has no charge. As compared to proton, proton has a positive charge. Therefore, I can say that atoms are electrical neutral. are electrical neutral. There's another subatomic particles that are not found in the center or in nucleus, but it is found around the nucleus, which is what electrons. So what is electrons? Electron is a negatively charged particle of an atom. It is denoted as what? E. Remember, the electrical charge of electron is negative. It is only one of the subatoms that is not static, but rather it is what? Motor. Means it is what? Mobile. This means it orbits around the nucleus in the shells. That is it. These are the subatomic particles of an atom. And as I mentioned earlier, they are protons, neutrons, and electrons. These three are the subatomic particles of an atom. We go on to what we call shell. The shells are the energy levels or the rings around the nucleus of an atom. The shells determine the energy levels of an atom. So for instance, let's take lithium for instance. Lithium has an atomic number of 3. And atomic number is denoted as letter what? Z. So someone asks, what is an atomic number? Atomic number is the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom. And you can also call atomic number as a proton what? Number. So if you look at lithium has an atomic number or proton number of what? 6. It's what? 3. So this means lithium, with the first shell, will take 2 what? Electrons. And that one will take what? 1. The other shell will take what? 1 what? Electrons. That is it for the example. So as I'm saying, let's talk about a carbon atom. Carbon atom has an atomic number of what? 6. Has a proton number of what? 6. And also has an electron number of what? 6. And automatically, mostly, it has a mass number of 12.011 and has a neutron number of almost what? 6. So this tells, as I'm saying that, as I said earlier, that atoms are electrical what? Neutral. So, another simple example you're going to all come about this. Neon. Neon is found on the H groups. On the H group of what? On the periodic what? Table. Neon is a stable gas. Why? Because it obeys the octet what? Rule. What it means that the first shell of neon will take 2, and the second shell of neon will take what? 8. And this means that neon will not lose or gain or enter into what? Any sharing to obtain what? The octet. So any atom which has less than 8 what? Electrons in 8 atom shell will likely share, gain or lose electrons to become what? Stable. So this a simple explanation of what? The atomic what? Structure, or the structure of what? Of an atom. So this comes to an end. So in a summary, what I'm trying to say is that atom is the smallest particle. It's the smallest particle of an element that can take part in a chemical what? Reaction. The structure of an atom: you have nucleus, the protons, which are positive charged particles, neutron, neutral charged particle, electron, negative charged particle. And you have the shells. The shells are around the nucleus. Electrons orbit around the nucleus in the shells. The shells can also be called rings, or can also be called the energy levels, because the shells determine the energy levels of an atom. Thank you.